Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of
Our
course,
opinion.
which is important.
Brad is going to talk about something very interesting today.
Yeah, this what I have in my hand is known as an incline board, very common tool in the therapy clinic. And it's one of the probably most useful tools that the average person could use if you do any amount of walking or running. As far as injuries and whatnot, we use them all the time. And so if you are a walker and you have tight muscles in your calf, which you probably do if you do a lot of walking or running, or if you get cramps at night. I was just talking to one of my patients, he gets cramps at night in her calf muscles, wondering how she should change her diet, you know, other options. And I said, well, do you stretch your muscles, your calf muscles before you go to bed? And that oftentimes can take care of it right there. So,
Or if I might intercede, Brad.
oh, absolutely, carry on.
Well, first, as a runner, I can tell you that's a very common injury to tear the calf muscle.
Sure.
So this will help prevent that by keeping it stretched out. So this is something that you really want to look at and make sure that you're doing prior to running.
Yeah, it's very simple stretch. I'm going to spend just a little bit of time on how to stretch it, but if you want to get one of these, you can either buy one. The cheapest one I could find on Amazon.com was $20, and if you go to a medical store, a pharmaceutical store, you're probably going to spend in the neighborhood of $40 to $100
Well,
on
can
it.
I also make a point about that? I bought one that was made out of foam. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah, it gives away a little bit,
Yeah.
and I just don't like, because I've used yours before,
Yeah.
tried yours, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
And I've used that one, and it just doesn't stretch as well. It just kind of gives away a little bit.
Yeah.
It's solid foam, but I don't like it, so I'd rather have one of these.
So the general stretch is, it's very simple. You put your foot on there and then you just stand up straight, and right now I feel a real good stretch. If I lock my knee out, it's going to stretch the gastroc muscle up higher in the leg and more superficial. If I bend my knee, I'm going to go a little deeper with that into the soleus muscle. And this is a nice stretch for those muscles we talked about. You're going to hold it for 15 to 30 seconds. 2 to 3 repetitions. You do that before you run, after you run, or before walking and after, or just in the morning when you get up. But what I want to talk about is you can actually...
Yeah, I was going to say, you're a handyman, Brad.
Yeah.
I bet you made this one.
Yeah, this is one I actually made. I had the wood laying around, and the only thing I bought for this was these little black strips right here. So I spent about $3 to make this, and it's as good, if not better, than a lot of the ones you can buy for $20, $30, $50.
Get a good shot of that, Nancy.
So if you've got someone that's handy in the house and you want to make a good quality incline board, you take a 2x6, a pine 2x6, they cost about $3 at Menards or Home Depot, wherever you want to go, or you may have it already in the house if you got someone that does the woodwork.
Right here, right?
Yep, and the measurements, can you zoom in here? Nancy, if you look at the board this way, it's 12 inches long at the base, 6 inches high at the top of it, and this length, I didn't give you the length here, but you just have to, here, as a matter of fact, let's get my handy dandy ruler out. And the board across the top is going to be about 13 inches. And you don't have to...
cross?
Well,
that's the board, 2 by 6.
It's so 1x6, so it's 5.5 inches. And you don't have to be exactly on these dimensions, but you want about a 25-degree angle here. It can be a little steeper, a little less. You're going to be in the ballpark there with these dimensions. And you simply screw it, nail it. Now this one I nailed and I glued. Depends on what you want to do. Now the key thing about this is, and I found this out, I stained it and varnished it. I had some of that laying around from another project. And your foot will slip on this. And it works. But if you take the time to go to the hardware store and get, it's like sandpaper, it's gripping that you put on stairs, and you just peel off the stick them and you put them on there, and it makes a big difference on the grip. Go ahead, Bob. I think you mentioned this last time, that...
Oh yeah, that grips me.
Yeah, and you can relax and your foot doesn't slide. It really makes a big... That's the difference between an okay incline board and a really nice one.
So let me make this point too, Brad. If you're 40 or 50, stretching becomes more important than ever.
You bet.
And if you are 40 and 50 and older, you're going to want to subscribe to us. Nancy has to find me up here.
Yeah.
Because we provide you helpful hints and strategies on how to stay healthy and fit well into your elder years.
You betcha. And this is one of those simple little things that can make a big difference on how you feel, eliminate cramps, eliminate, decrease injury for risk, and just have more fun. And if you got someone that likes to make things, it's just a nice little tool you can make for the whole family. And we are both 40 and over, aren't we?
Yep. And you'd rather be handy than handsome, right?
You better believe, we can help you fix just about anything on your body except what, Bob?
A broken heart.
There you go.